If you caught my last video on starting my capsule wardrobe from scratch, then you'll know I'm rebooting my capsule wardrobe in a bid to add a little bit more excitement to my wardrobe, but also kind of as a way to find myself again a little bit in my wardrobe, pare things back, figure out what my essential pieces really are and just work from there. Use that as the core of my wardrobe and then build from there. If you haven't seen that last video where I talked through my 20 essential clothing items and the 20 pieces I would pick if I was starting my wardrobe from nothing, my winter wardrobe in particular, then I will leave that linked in the cards. But today we're talking about accessories, because as great as it is to have those really nice clothing items, I feel like it's the accessories that pull everything together in the end. The shoe we decide to wear can determine whether your outfit's going to be casual or dressy, or somewhere in between. So I think it's really important for me to pare back the really core accessories in my wardrobe. What are they? How many do I need? What is realistic? And then is there anything outside of that that potentially I could let go of that I'm not really utilizing or wearing enough? As a little recap, in case you haven't seen my last video, if you haven't, maybe you could go watch that one first, but I'll just do a really quick summary. I talked through my style words and my style personalities, and that is going to play a huge role in the accessories that I choose. So, style words: relaxed, polished, and grounded. And style personalities: classic, feminine, a little bit of edgy. Some of these words are only little hints here and there, and that is why I use my accessories to bring those in. I find that's just the easiest way to do it when you just want to have a little hint of something. The overall clothing items tend to be more classic or a little bit feminine. I don't tend to have any edgy clothing items. I bring edge with my accessories. I also mentioned in that last video that I have a few wardrobe rules. And so today I wanted to kind of mention my accessories rules, because I definitely have them. And before I ever add new accessories into my wardrobe, I want to just refresh my rules and make sure the ones I'm picking are kind of aligning with that. Number one is gold jewelry over silver. I don't wear a lot of silver anymore. I started out my ring collection first with silver jewelry because it was the most affordable. So it was so much easier to get silver that wouldn't tarnish. I was kind of going from like costume jewelry that kept turning my fingers blue, and I wanted something that I could wear every day and wash my hands and not worry about it. So first up went silver, but I actually way prefer the look of gold on me. As you see, all my gold rings, gold earrings, gold necklace. I wear mostly like gold vermeil, so it's a higher quality than gold plated, but not quite solid gold. Definitely more affordable than that. I also don't really do coloured jewellery much. Like, I have a few stones, like this was my husband's grandmother's ring, so I obviously am going to wear that. But I don't tend to do like anything too colourful unless it's maybe like a crystal bracelet or something, if I'm trying to bring a bit of energy from the crystals into my life. But other than that, I just tend to wear gold and that's it. Another one for jewellery is having high quality jewellery so it won't tarnish, so it will last longer. Because if I'm going to add something to my wardrobe, I want it to be for the long term. I don't want my money to be wasted. So again, it is looking at those gold vermeil pieces, especially for rings. If it's earrings and necklaces that don't kind of, you know, you're not washing them every day or you don't have to wear them in water, then gold plated works sometimes. But for rings in particular, I find I really need to have those high quality pieces. I've been lucky enough to work with some really incredible jewellery brands over the years, so I have built an extensive collection. Not an extensive, like enough that I can wear a ring on almost every finger. Some are heirlooms, some have just been like gifts from my sister. She buys me really nice jewellery, so like this ring here is from her, this necklace is from her. So it's a bit of a mix, but I have been really lucky to work with nice jewellery brands and to build up my collection in that way. The fourth rule is comfortable shoes. If I'm going to add shoes to my wardrobe, they better be comfortable or I will not wear them, because I'm not the kind of person who can just suffer in silence for the sake of a great outfit with a great shoe. Like I can't do it. I'll be miserable. So that is why I live in Converse. That is why I live in flat boots or a kitten heel. That's kind of my go-to. And if not, my max heel height, another rule, is like 2.5 inches. For an event, I could push it to 3 inches. Like, yeah, but no 4 or 5, whatever inch heels. I can't really do platforms. I don't enjoy them. I don't think they're that comfortable, even though everyone says the platform's so comfy, but I would rather just wear a kitten heel or a small block heel, something like that. My shoes also need to be versatile, so I need to be able to wear them with jeans, with trousers, with skirts, with dresses. I'll get onto that as I talk through my items, but you'll see why some, for me, I I can wear with dresses and then some I just can't. And I also want trans-seasonal footwear as much as possible. So ones that work in all kinds of weather. Because in the UK, you could get all kinds of weather in like 1 week. Rules for bags is to have bags in my base colours in my wardrobe. So again, mentioned in that last video, but black, brown, beige, they're kind of my base colours. And that's pretty much the colours I have in bags. Can't really see any right now. I have a brown one. I have 2 brown ones. I think I have 2 black ones. I have a little kind of summery beige wicker one. I actually have some tan as well, like not just a dark brown but also a tan. So those kinds of shades. I also have a straw bag which kind of sits in that beige category and is like the perfect summer piece, but it won't be mentioned in this video because this is more winter accessories or just like accessories to complement my winter wardrobe at the minute. And we'll do another one for summer because I don't talk about accessories enough here. Again, for bags, crossbodies are the most versatile. They're the ones I'm going to reach for the most. So if I'm thinking about a new bag, which I don't often buy new bags, but I do have one on my radar that I will mention. But I just want something that's really practical. Crossbody, long strap, put it around my body. Don't have to worry about getting mugged in London. Don't have to worry about like it slipping off my shoulder or anything like that. Another rule, I only need 1 pair of sunglasses. That is, I have 3, but 2 are like cheap pairs that I wear to festivals when I don't want to bring my good quality pair. But as of the last 3 years, I've had 1 pair of sunglasses. I've minded them, I've taken care of them. I'll talk about them. And rule 11 is to stop trying to find that perfect piece and just work with what I've got. And I'll talk about that too. So my first essential piece of accessories, I'm going to start talking with footwear because I love shoes. I did once have a dream of being a shoe designer. I got very obsessed with Christian Louboutin at one point in my life. That my entry, off topic, but my entry exam to art college, I was supposed to write an article. I was supposed to write an essay on a piece of art and I chose to write them on a pair of Louboutins. So anyway, black ankle boots. I've had this pair for about 6 months, I want to say, and I've worn them so much. And I know I'm going to wear them so much in the future, and I think if anything ever happened to them, I'd be really sad. This pair of ankle boots in particular I love because they have a kitten heel, which means they're super comfy, but really polished. They look really dressed up. They've got a pointed toe. It makes me, like, it psychologically makes me feel more dressed up when I hear that heel sound when I'm walking. I feel more got my life together. I definitely think there's something psychological there about wearing a heel and just hearing the sound of heels walking around an office or walking down the street. These I have paired a lot with jeans, with trousers, with some longer skirts, but they have to be quite long because these aren't super high on the ankle, where I would normally prefer a taller boot to wear with skirts and dresses. So while these are a super versatile shoe and they're kind of an everyday shoe, like I could wear them every day with trousers and jeans because that is what I tend to reach for more. So while I wouldn't wear them with dresses because if there was a gap, it would give me the ick. I still feel like they're really versatile for me because I do wear trousers and jeans more than anything. The next one is a knee-high boot. And again, I'm going to mention a black knee-high boot because that's what I have. As much as I would love a brown pair, like a nice dark chocolate brown pair, I haven't found the right ones. And realistically, like rule number 11 mentioned, I don't need to keep searching for the perfect one. Like my black boots are fine. Actually, they're more than fine. They're lovely. They're really nice knee-high. Slightly looser fit, but still fit my legs quite nicely. They don't look too loose. They're probably a 3-inch heel, so 2.5, 3. Something that I could actually wear all day if I had to. When I first got these, I wore them home to Ireland for a whole weekend. I didn't bring any of the shoes, so I wore them through the airport, wore them all weekend, wore them back, and I was fine. So that was a very good test, and I was like, yes, these are going to be a great boot. These are my boots for wearing with dresses and skirts because they're longer, so they are a little bit more versatile and I can get away with awkward length skirts and dresses if I have to because they come up to my knee. So even if I have a dress or a skirt that's kind of like mid-shin, which like I mentioned, also, yeah, it just gives me the ick on me personally. It's my legs, it's fab on everybody else. But if I have that, I can wear these boots and they will look so much better. They're also a really dressy boot and they're so much better than a pair of heels for this time of year. So if I want to feel dressed up, I'm going to wear a heeled boot over wearing a pair of heels in the winter because I don't really want that barefoot situation going on. And then the third pair of boots, and I know this is maybe a bit excessive for black boots, but it's a flat everyday boot. These are possibly my most worn boot now. When I first got them, they took a little bit of breaking in, but now that they're just molded right to my feet, I wear these all the time. Jeans, trousers, with skirts as well, because they're high enough on the ankle. They're kind of like a shin boot, so they're somewhere between ankle and knee high. So with those like midi skirts and dresses, I can wear these boots. So I think these, out of all three, are possibly my most versatile, which could be why they're my most worn. But they're just like the different elements of different boots. They're like my boot requirements, all met within these three. I would go as far as to include a fourth black boot, and this would be where my like edgy side comes in. These are a really beautiful pair of boots that I bought on Vinted. I first saw them back when I worked at Net-a-Porter. I saw they're like a Porty and Pair brand. I'd never heard of that brand before, but I saw these boots and I was like, holy smokes, these are beautiful. I used to work in like sample department, so I literally got to see all the nice stuff come through for photo shoots. I saw them and I was like, I love them, but I couldn't afford them at the time. But yeah, one day I found them on Vinted, so they are like my edgy tough boot that when I'm wearing a dress that feels a bit more feminine, if I wear a tough chunky boot like that, it really balances out the outfit for me. Kind of brings me back to myself a little bit. So I do love these boots, and while I'm still in the process of breaking them in, like I feel like they were hardly worn when I got them, I have to like bandage up my ankles like at the back when I wear them. But as long as I do that, I'm fine. If I forget to do that, I'm not so fine. So while they're not my most worn at the moment, I feel like they have a lot of longevity in my wardrobe, and I will get the wear out of them eventually. The next most worn shoe is a pair of Converse, and I'm going to put Converse and trainers as one essential because I definitely don't need both. I have both, but I don't need them, because if I just needed one, like if I'm literally packing down my suitcase like my life depended on it, and I'm only taking 20 pairs of 20 items of clothing and maybe like 15 accessories, 13 to 15, then I don't need both. But I wear Converse the most. I really love them. I think of them as like a summer boot because I like when something hits me on the shin rather than a low ankle. Like if I'm going to wear trainers, this might make more sense for summer for me. But if I'm going to wear trainers in the summer, I want my ankles covered. Don't know what it is about me, but I just like the look of that. I feel like it's more flattering on my legs. So I'm going to wear my Converse more often than a normal trainer that doesn't sit above my ankle. I've also really come to love ballet flats since last summer, and since the emergence of the mesh flat, I kind of became obsessed. And I think that is partly because that again felt like that little bit of an edgy twist to the most basic outfit. So I can wear like jeans and a t-shirt, very classic, borderline casual, but those mesh flats with that outfit would just be amazing. And so yeah, I just think it was a really cool trend, and I did definitely dabble in it. But I also recently, as my first new purchase of 2025, I bought some plain black leather ballet flats because I think the mesh at this time of year doesn't work. So I've just got some plain ones, so as the weather gets a little bit warmer and I can bear putting my bare feet into a pair of shoes, like no socks season, I will be wearing the plain leather ones, and I'm really excited to style them up. So I am including them as an essential even though they're quite new, but I know I loved the mesh ones in summer, so I'm hoping that this will be like that alternative for like the winter spring season. Okay, so my two bags that I would include that I already own. One, a brown crossbody bag. This is my go-to. This is from Katie Loxton. I absolutely love this bag. The shape of it fits so nicely around the body. I like the slight kind of moon shape of the bag. Because it's such a soft fabric, it feels really comfortable to wear. So that's why I've gone for this one for my absolute everyday bag. Also really complements my wardrobe as well. And then for my dressier bag, I've gone for one that has like a little top handle. It also has a crossbody strap, but I don't use it as much. So this is kind of like my dressy bag. So I've got a casual brown one and a dressy black one. And black and brown is kind of all I need for my bags. I did last year buy a blue bag, thinking this would be a really fun injection of colour in my bag collection, but I really haven't worn it all that much, and I don't know if it's because of the shape of it, because it's just a shoulder bag, or if it's because it is blue. But I still have it, and I will hopefully take it out a little bit more coming into spring and summer. but at the minute it hasn't got much use. However, the benefit is it does fit a book in it, so if I'm going out in the tube and stuff, I can bring a book with me, so that's a bonus. One bag I would really like to buy is like a large tote bag. I'm looking on Vinted at the moment to find something secondhand, just something that looks really polished and that I could use as a work bag, something that fits my laptop in if I want to go out and edit in a cafe and I just want to not just pop my bag in a tote bag or my laptop in a tote bag all the time. But I do use tote bags a lot, so this is why I don't need too many handbags in my essentials collection. And to be honest, if I really had to pare it back, I could probably just pare it back to one crossbody bag and a tote bag, a fabric tote, and I would be okay. The next thing is a pair of small gold hoops. I used to like a bigger gold hoop, but nowadays I kind of just wear these all the time. These ones or a slightly different gold hoop, but I just adore them. I think they're just perfect for every day. If I want to wear a necklace, it doesn't feel too much. And these are gold vermeil. I think these ones are from Ana Luisa. I might have a link or a discount code to use for these. It's been a while since I got them. Worked them years ago. But I will see what links I can find. The next thing would be just really simple gold necklaces. So something that's really subtle. This one is just like a little bar, but it has my name on it. My sister got for me. Birthday, Christmas, something like that. And I actually haven't worn it all that much, but I've recently started wearing it again. I used to have a Gemma necklace that my nephew just, when he was a baby, and broke it, and I haven't gotten it fixed since. But this one is just a really nice one. I love like Sex and City Carrie necklace, so I used to love wearing my Gemma. But anyway, simple gold, like maybe even just a chain, nothing too fancy, nothing but like a pendant or anything, just little simple ones like this. Gold rings as well, got lots of them, so I can't just cut it back to one, but this just adds a bit of personality. I also feel like maybe it's a little bit edgy to have this many rings on. I don't know if that's the right phrase for it, but I really love them, and this just kind of brings, like I said, a little bit of personality. Got a different variety of rings. If I can link any below, I will. I think we've got one from Linear. This is my Ultra Human like smart ring. Basically like tracks my sleep and my steps and all that kind of thing. I've got a Moonstone one from Linear. This is a beautiful like wedding band set. It's not my own wedding ring, but this is one I wear. It's from a brand called Miss Blue. And then this is just one that Andrew got me before in Nepal when he was there. This is the only silver ring I wear because it's the only thumb ring I have. And I have this croissant style one. I have this one from Andrew's Nana. This is one from that my sister got me for Christmas. I'll try and check the brand and link them below. I think they're an Irish jewellery brand or jewellery shop she gets them from. And then this little bee is from Majuri, and it's like the only pinky ring I have. So I have to wear that if I want one on every finger. Kind of just adds a bit of personality because not everyone wears this many rings at one time. The next thing would be like a nice watch, and this is the one I wear at the minute. It's from Pascal. I have a couple of watches from them. I think, yeah, just two. This is just a really beautiful watch, but I just think having a piece like this is really nice because it's a really nice finishing touch for an outfit. And what I love about having a smart ring is that I don't have to wear a smartwatch because I don't love the style of it. If you have a more casual style, then it probably works, but because I just want to have those nice little polished details, like this works so much better for me, having a gold smart ring, and then I can wear a nice watch. This was a recent collab, so I can link it below and probably link you with a discount code as well if you have any interest. They're a really nice watch and jewellery brand. It's all lab-grown diamonds, so it's more sustainable and ethical. So definitely check them out if you're looking for a nice watch. I also have one belt. It is from Petite Studio, and I got it when I worked with them a few months ago because I saw on their website it went really well with one of the mini skirts I chose. But I found myself using it for like all my jeans and trousers. Jeans probably more so than trousers lately. And it's just really nice. And although it has more of like a brushed silver, kind of like a grey gunmetal kind of buckle, and I do wear a lot more gold, I don't find it clashes too much because it's not like a true silver buckle. So while I would love a nice belt that had a really nice gold buckle or something like that, it's kind of on my radar to have a really nice belt with some gold accents, but I haven't found the perfect one, and it's just a belt. I don't need to rush into it, and I don't need to overthink it either. So I'm perfectly happy with this belt that I have, and also it fits me really well. I feel like the holes are in like the right places for me and my waist, so I'm pretty happy with that. Then, like I said, I have one pair of sunglasses that I got as a gift from my family for my 30th birthday. They are a pair of Celine ones from Net-a-Porter. I had them in my basket and my sister logged into my account and saw that they were there, so she knew the right ones to get me. How good our sister is. But yeah, so that was a really, really beautiful, generous gift for my 30th. And I've had them since. They're literally like the only sunglasses I wear on a day-to-day basis, other than if I'm going to a festival and I feel like I might lose them. I don't know why. I mean, if I don't lose them on a day-to-day basis, I'm probably not going to lose them at a festival. But just when you're like sitting around on the ground, you don't have to stand on things, and yeah, when you're camping and you can't really keep track of things. So yeah, but I only need one pair. However, the lenses are a bit scratched, so they probably need repair soon. But I'm happy to just repair them and then have them back. And yeah, I like the colour of them. I don't need anything. I think a pair of black glasses is like too harsh maybe for my colouring. So I like that they're kind of more of like a pinky nudie colour. But yeah, I think in terms of accessories, that's kind of it. That's kind of, we've got shoes, we've got handbags, we've got jewellery, we've got belts. I don't really wear hats much. However, a Baker Boy hat is handy for me in the rain. I like something with a peak, but I'm not into like baseball caps so much. Although I almost bought an Adidas baseball cap, like a brown one, a few months ago. I think it was summer and I just wanted something to keep like the sun out of my eyes instead of wearing shades all the time. I'm not a huge hat person, so if I really need to, like I said, start from scratch, I'm not going to go out and buy a hat. Especially when you have a fringe, hats are so hard. I just can't figure out how to wear a hat and not end up with like the flattest hair at the end of it. So yeah, I don't think there's any other accessories that I would really include. I suppose I do need to include something in this for winter, and that would be a scarf. I have one scarf. I used to have an acne scarf. Again, I bought when I worked in Net-a-Porter with my discount, so I was able to afford it. But I lost it like a year ago, 2 years ago, and I haven't replaced it since. But I do just have a new scarf. It's just from the high street. It's warm and it's neutral and it goes with all my stuff, so I'm pretty happy with it. And I don't feel like I need to have an acne scarf anymore. Like at the time I felt like I wanted the label, even though it wasn't like the biggest, coziest scarf. It was just like, it was fine. It was wool, at least. That was a good point. But yeah, I don't feel as like I needed an acne scarf as much anymore. But I did have it for about 3 years before I lost it, and it's the only scarf I had. It went with everything. It was a really nice camel colour. Yeah, I do miss it, but it's fine. I have a new scarf and I only need one. I have been tracking my outfits throughout January, so I've kind of been able to look back on my outfits, see what shoes I've been wearing the most, see what accessories I wear the most. Although I don't always take an outfit pic with my, like when I have my bag on. So I need to start remembering to do that throughout February and March, etc. But yeah, it's been really good insight into tracking what I actually wear, what I actually need for my lifestyle, what outfits, when I look back, I liked the most or that felt the most me. So I'm going to be doing this for the rest of the year, and I will share a video soon on how I'm tracking my outfits and what elements I'm tracking. Like, obviously I'm tracking what outfits I wear, I'm tracking how often I wear certain pieces, I'm tracking new purchases, I'm tracking secondhand purchases, and then I want to be able to, at the end of the year, see just how successful any new purchases were. Like, if when I bought them, did I wear them a lot, or did I not really wear them that much and was it kind of pointless? So that's another reason why I'm doing this video and the previous video, really honing in on my absolute essentials and just seeing like, is there stuff outside of that that I can let go of? Or is it just a case that I need to realign with my base foundational wardrobe and then work everything around that again to just, I don't know, it feels like a little bit of starting from scratch. Like I'm probably going to pull everything out of my wardrobe and redo it very soon. I'm just really trying to wait for spring to do that, because I feel like if I do it now, I'll need to do it again in a couple of weeks when the spring weather kicks in, hopefully around March. I'm trying to put it off for as long as possible. So this was my way of kind of reassessing my capsule wardrobe without having to like literally dig in and move everything around. But when I do my switch over, I will definitely film it and share it, and hopefully it inspires you or guides you or something into doing your own as well. I hope this video has been entertaining or insightful. I know everyone's like key accessories is going to be different. Some people would want more bags and less shoes. Some people might want less jewelry and more shoes. So everyone's is different, but it's really, I'm not telling you these are the pieces you need to have, but hopefully by me talking through why I chose them, it will help you come up with your own essentials and help you to ask those questions yourself as to why these are your essentials and why they play such a big role in your wardrobe. And sometimes it's good to know which ones are your essentials that you like can't live without and would 100% replace if you lost them, versus the ones that you probably could live without, and if they were to wear out or for whatever reason you couldn't use it anymore, maybe you're like, well, I don't use it that much, so I don't need to replace it. Like I said, if you haven't seen the first episode of this two-parter, I will leave that linked at the end of the video in a second. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you do. It really helps my channel, helps me to grow, it helps YouTube to know what you want to see. And if you enjoy it, I also want to know that you've enjoyed it so I can make more videos like this for you as well. I hope you have a really great week, and I'll see you all really soon.